Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Thorpe Park 1999 project. Today we're starting on a brand new series, Canada Creek Details. This is part 1. This area is one of my personal favourites in the park, and it's finally time to bring some of those smaller buildings back to life. There's a lot of nostalgia here, so let's get right into it. First up, we're starting with the old-time portrait studio. Guests could dress up in old-fashioned outfits, clothes from over 100 years ago, and have sepia-toned photos taken of them. And it's something people talk about when they remember the park back in the 90s. Now for this one, I was incredibly lucky. I managed to find an original building plan from its demolition documents, which were submitted when Hyperia was being planned. That gave me a near-perfect reference, including the top-down layout, the sides, and even the elevation. Having that kind of material was rare, so it made modelling this one a real treat. I started by blocking out the structure, then added the front windows and doors, followed by the side windows and the staff door around the right side. With that done, I moved on to the roof, adding the wooden overhangs that gave it that rustic Canadian country charm. Then came some theming details, including the chimney on the top. I'm not totally sure if it was functional or just decorative. Maybe someone watching remembers. If you do, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to find out. Next up, I moved over to the donut shop, and this one was a little bit trickier. I already had a rough shape to start with, but unlike the photo studio, I didn't have a full drawing to work from. I had a handful of reference photos and a single top-down plan, so a lot of this build came down to interpretation and a bit of detective work. I started by modelling the exterior and interior walls, added the serving windows, the staff door, and shaped the roof to match how it looked in the references. Once the structure was complete, I moved on to applying the materials and textures, making sure they tied in with the other buildings. Despite the limited references, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It fits perfectly alongside the rest of the area, especially next to the photo studio. If you're enjoying the project and want to dive deeper behind the scenes, consider joining the community on Patreon. You'll get access to exclusive content, early builds of the game, and some great rewards along the way. Massive thanks to all the current supporters. Every bit of support helps keep the project moving. Now back to it. With both models done, I brought them into Unreal Engine and placed them in the world. And of course, they both feature the new weather-reactive materials. So when it rains, the roofs darken and get wet, and when it snows, you get that frosted look all over the textures. It's subtle, but it makes such a difference to the realism of the park. Let's take a look at some in-game screenshots. Here's the photo studio, and coming up next is the donut shop in their new spots, fully textured and ready for some finishing touches later on. That's it for this episode, but don't worry, there's plenty more to come as we continue working through Canada Creek and all the charming little details that made this area so special. Before I go, what was your favourite food to get at this stall? Or have you ever had photos taken at the Old Time Portrait Studio? Please let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.